Hey guys, it's Kip here from KDC Marketing, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create a content management system in Wix Studio, or in other words, CMS. So when you get into your Wix Studio site, like I have here, this is just a blank template. I'm going to go over here on the left hand side, and this is the CMS section, and I'm going to create a collection. And I'm going to start from scratch. And I need multiple items because what I'm going to create is a our team content section. So I'm going to click create on that, and then in here, this is where all the magic happens. So here's the title, and then we can add different fields in here. So I'm going to add another text field, but as you can see, Wix gives you a lot of different options for the CMS. You can do images, you can do rich text, you can do videos, documents, all kinds of things. So in here, I'm just going to select the text field, and this is going to be the position. So the position of the employee, and then I've got a spreadsheet here. So I'm going to have the name, position, and their role at the company. So I'm going to do another text field. I'm going to call it role. And then I'm actually going to do one more for a headshot for an image, and I will upload those in a little bit. So headshot. So I'm going to click save, and I'm going to go in and do this quickly just for the sake of time. These are just fake names and titles and roles that I made up here just for the sake of this video. So I'm just going to paste all of these in. Oh, let's see here. That did not work how I wanted it. Let's see. I'm gonna have to just do one at a time. So we'll start with the first one, and then we'll go down. This is actually good though, because we'll do some of these in a minute. So I think that was my problem. I need about 10 lines. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, 10 items. Okay, so now this should work. So if I just do that, there goes those 10. Just copy and paste. Same with position. The position field, copy and paste, and the role, copy and paste. And then I'll add the headshot in a minute. So now that I've got this collection, I'm actually going to create some CMS pages. So I'm going to go here to my site. I'll do that in a minute. So I'm going to create a team section here. So I'm just going to go to the assets, and I'm going to go to, I'm going to look for repeaters. And let's see here we go, repeaters. So if this is my team section that I've got as my repeater, I'm going to stretch this out, make these a little bit bigger. Okay, so I've got this here, and then I'm going to size this up. Let's see. I'm going to put this in the center, and I'm just going to create some different sections for the team. So I'm going to just go to quick add for the sake of time. This will be their name, paragraph will be the description, and then we'll add an image on here as well. And perfect. Okay, and then we are going to attach that to the repeater. Okay, and just really quickly, I'm going to line these up and stack them, because that will be the fastest way to design our team section. And once I have it how I want it, I'm going to make sure that this text is in the middle, that it's center aligned, and this text is center aligned. Okay, and then I'm going to put these in a stack. So I'm just holding shift and clicking all 3 items in that repeater, and I'm going to make it a stack. So now when I drag it around, it moves as one body, and now I can center these on the repeater. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to drag these text boxes out, so that when I put in the name, in case the name's a little bit longer, it will have as much space as possible. And I'm going to center my repeater, And over here too, it's always good to have the layers open because then you can find items faster. So there's my repeater and there's the 3 items in my repeater, but I want to center the repeater here. Okay, so now I'm going to start connecting this to my data set. So I'm going to start with this image, or this title, sorry, and I'm going to connect this to my team data set. So once I select that, I can actually connect this to that first field. So now it's dynamically pulling in all the names of my team, and you can see that it automatically created more repeaters because I have more items in my repeater because I have more team members in my CMS. I think I had 10 items. So it automatically did that. And then I'm going to also connect the second line here to the role of the position. And we need another line that I forgot about, which is the actual title name. So I'm going to unstack these for a minute and re-put that in really quickly so I can have that in every single line. So I'm going to add another paragraph here, and we're actually going to make this a heading 6. We'll make it a little bit smaller. Okay. So pretty quickly we're going to have this down just how we want it. Okay, so now we're going to stack these items. See if I can move this. And the image. Okay, and then we're actually going to look at the space between item as well. Maybe I want 32 pixels between every item, and then again I'm going to recenter these so that they're centered both horizontally and vertically. Okay, so this is looking much better, and now I'm going to add this position. I'm going to stretch this out just like I did the others. Recenter the item inside the stack, and then I'm going to connect this to the position. There we go. And then I'm going to add in these headshots into my CMS field. So I'm going to go back to my collection, click on it, and then when I go to this image field, I'm just going to add some images from Wix really fast, so we can see what this would look like. Oops, we need a female there. So let's get that. Just headshot. And perfect. And then we'll add another one. Okay, and one more. We'll just do one more here real quick. Okay. So then if I connect this image to the CMS, I can get the headshot, and then this is just going to be blank for now because I don't have images there. And what's really nice is I can put the alt text as the person's name, and it will dynamically populate that alt text for every single image. Same with if we had a tooltip connected to it or a link connected to it, it would do that dynamically. The other cool thing is you can do these image masks, which give you shapes. So if we wanted to have a certain shape around our team, or a design, like a skull and crossbones or whatever they have here, this gives us kind of a unique look. So we can mess with these image masks, and they're pretty cool. It gives your design a little bit of style, some personality. They even have shadowed ones. So, and again, since it's a repeater, we just design it one time and it's going to look consistent across the board. So I don't really like that image mask. I'm going to change it real fast, but it's a really cool feature that you can you can use. Okay, so we've got our basic layout here with the CMS, and that's how we were able to connect everything. And then if we go over to our pages, then we can add a new dynamic page. And this is what we want to do. So we want to, if we already listed them out on the home page, we might not need this, so we might just need an item page. And so it's going to create these pages now based on the team members. And so automatically pulled in the person's name, their position, the image, and the role. And we could change these however we want. We could design this page too to be different if we wanted to. But the cool part is now this is dynamic. So this person doesn't have an image yet, but if they did, this would show up. So if you go back to Teresa Wellington, here she shows up here, and now there's a page for each of these people on our team. So going back to the home page, if we look at our pages here, we have these two pages. So if we go back to the home page, I'm not sure why it's not going back here. It's loading. Then we've got our team here, and we would fill in the other headshots. So that's how we would create this really cool repeater, and we would make it dynamic, so that if we ever added a new person to the team, then they would automatically fit this style. Now, one of the things that we need to remember is when we create these is that the content in here, there might be a set number of team members it'll show. So there's somewhere we can edit the data set to show how many. I think it might be, I'll have to find it, to show how many it'll display. Here we go, the data set settings. So right now we are showing a maximum of 12. So if we ever had more than 12 team members, it wouldn't show them all. We can change this to any number we want. If we only wanted it to show 6, then it's going to take out those other team members, even though we have 12 in our CMS. But if we want it to show all of them, then we can go back to 12 and etc. So yeah, that's how we build that's how one way you can use the CMS. You can use it for team members, you can use it for job descriptions, you can use it for real estate, you can use it for all kinds of things. But the great thing about it is it saves a lot of time. You just have to design it one time, and then it populates dynamically. And the pages are the same way. If I were to go back to this page, I would only have to design this once, and then on the actual website there's a page for this person here. So, and we could put a button to link to that specific page. So I'll go ahead and show that really fast. So going back to our repeater, I want to be in the item field, make these items a little bit bigger, and I'm going to add a button into our stack. And I'm going to add it to the stack. So, and I want to make sure it maintained my 32 pixels. There we go. And again, I want to center this. Perfect. So this link, and now that we're using the dynamic field, we can have the click action connected to our team. And I can change this text to say learn more. And now when I preview this, it will go to that person's specific page. Super cool. Let's see if it will get us back to the home page. I'll go back here. We can test a few more just to make sure that it works dynamically. And sure enough, here's Matthew Hyde. Okay. So the last thing is, how do we make this work on all devices? So how do we make it work for mobile and tablet? And as you can see right now, it's not optimized for mobile or tablet. And so I'm going to go again to the layers, to this section. Once I'm in the section field, I can use responsive AI to make my section responsive and work on all devices. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it's going to use AI to make it the best possible layout, which is really cool and simplifies things a lot. So I can go in and preview this before I accept the design, and that looks pretty good. So I'm going to hit apply changes. One thing I don't necessarily like about this is how much space is in between each item. So I'm going to go to the design section here, and I maybe want 8 pixels between each item. So there it gave me a little more space. Maybe I want 20. So now these are a little more evenly spaced, and that's looking really good. And I could do the same thing on the dynamic page. So on our team page, this also won't be optimized yet for tablet and mobile. It actually doesn't look too bad right now, so maybe I don't need to do this one. But if I did, I could go back to the section on the layer side, and I would get this. Once I get into the section here, it would give me the option to do responsive AI. So that's a little tutorial on how you use the CMS, and it's a really powerful tool. And again, if I ever needed to go in here and change this, it makes it really easy to do. So if I ever need to go in here and swap something out, it's like a spreadsheet style, and it won't affect my design because it's just pulling in the data dynamically. So let's add one more headshot here. So if I ever needed to remove someone, I just click this and click delete. If I ever need to add someone else, I click add item. But when we go back to our home page, now that image will be updated automatically, and it'll fit our design. All right, so that's what I have for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.